Welcome to Chrono Wheels. Let's be honest with each other for a minute. The adventure bike world has become comfortable, plush. A lot of these machines are incredible technological marvels, but they feel like they were designed by a committee that prioritized cup holders and cornering lights over sheer unadulterated capability. They're two-wheeled luxury SUVs, fantastic at everything, but masters of none, and they've forgotten the raw, gritty heart of what adventure riding used to be about. But there's one company that's never lost that pulse, one brand that still has "Ready to Race" stamped on its soul. And it looks like they've just decided to remind everyone what a true, no-compromise middleweight adventure bike is supposed to be. This is the 2025 KTM 990 Adventure R, and calling it a mere model update is a massive understatement. This is a declaration of war. It's KTM grabbing the adventure segment by the collar, dragging it to the back of the workshop and saying, "Watch this." First, the heart of the beast. KTM didn't just tweak the old 890 engine, they built a new one. It's a full 947cc now, a true 990, and it's tuned with one brutal priority: torque. Forget top-end horsepower screams. We're talking about a projected 105 Nm of stump-pulling, hill-climbing, front-wheel lofting grunt right in the mid-range, paired with about 120 horsepower to keep things spicy on the open road. This is the kind of engine that doesn't ask politely. It informs you that the terrain ahead is no longer an obstacle. But the soul of this engine is in its rhythm. They kept that beautiful lopsided 285-degree firing order. It's not a smooth, sanitized purr. It's a thumping, chattering, visceral pulse that feels alive in your hands and feet. That uneven beat is a secret weapon off-road. It gives you predictable traction feedback through the seat and pegs. You can feel the power strokes, which lets you meter the throttle with incredible precision in slick mud or loose gravel. This isn't an appliance, it's a partner in chaos. And because this is KTM, an ounce of fat is considered an enemy. This new LC8C motor is a marvel of compact, lightweight engineering, designed to be a stressed member of the chassis. This obsession leads us to the single most important thing about this bike, not just its weight, but where it carries it. The chassis is a new, ultra-rigid, chromium molybdenum steel trellis frame. It's designed for one thing: precision. When you're dancing through a boulder field at speed, you need the bike to go exactly where you point it, with zero slop or flex. But KTM's real magic trick is the fuel tank. They've brought back their legendary low-slung split tank design. Instead of 20 liters of gas sitting high up under your chest like a bowling ball, the weight is down low, cradled around the engine's waist. Let me tell you why this is revolutionary. The projected wet weight is around 215 kilograms. That's light, but the number alone doesn't matter. It's the feeling. With all that mass concentrated down by your boots, the bike's center of gravity is incredibly low. When you stand up on the pegs, the bike doesn't feel tall and tippy. It feels planted, flickable, and almost unnaturally light. The waist is narrow, where your knees grip it. You don't wrestle this bike, you wear it. You can manhandle it through a tight, rooted single track, or correct a slide in deep sand with a shift of your hips. In the world of big adventure bikes, this is the difference between surviving a trail and actually attacking it. Now, to connect this featherweight fighter to the brutal earth, you need legendary suspension. The 990R doesn't have suspension. It has a WP XPLOR arsenal. Up front, massive 48mm forks promise a staggering 245mm to 265mm of travel. These aren't just long. They're fully adjustable, split-function units, compression in one leg, rebound in the other, allowing you to tune them with the precision of a rally mechanic. In the back, a WP XPLOR PDS shock offers the same insane travel. The PDS system, with no linkage, is a thing of beauty for the dirt purist. It's simpler, lighter, and there's no linkage to get bashed on a rock or packed with mud. This setup isn't about comfort, it's about maintaining control and momentum when the world beneath you turns into a series of violent, unforgiving holes. Of course, you need to be able to stop this missile. Top-spec Brembo brakes are a given. But the brain behind them is what counts. The advanced IMU-based cornering ABS is great for the pavement, but the off-road ABS mode is the key. It lets you kill the rear ABS entirely for proper steering with the rear brake slides, and it drastically reduces front intervention so you can actually use the brake to dig into soft ground without the computer fighting you. This leads to the electronic suite, which might be the most intelligent part of the bike. Lean-sensitive traction control and multiple riding modes are standard now. But KTM's rally mode is in a league of its own. This mode gives you full, unfiltered power and puts 9 levels of rear wheel slip control at your fingertips. Level 1 is for the pros in deep sand. It lets the rear step out in a beautiful, controllable drift. Level 9 is a much tighter safety net for slick clay or a nervous rider. This isn't about babysitting you, it's about giving you a dial to tune the bike's personality to the specific terror you're riding through. It's the difference between an electronic nanny and a co-pilot. Visually, it's pure, undiluted KTM. It looks less like a street-legal motorcycle and more like a factory rally bike they forgot to put numbers on. The stacked LED headlights, the high-mounted front fender, the minimal, sharp bodywork, the tall, commanding stance. Every single element screams purpose and durability. The ergonomics are a masterclass in function. Wide bars for leverage, a narrow contact point at the knees, aggressive foot pegs, and a seat that gives you room to move. This is a bike you look at and immediately know it's meant to be ridden standing up, eye line over the windscreen, searching for the next line. So, the inevitable question, what's the price of admission to this level of focused performance? With this spec sheet, rally-level suspension, a bespoke engine, and top-tier electronics, this isn't going to be a bargain bin special. Its closest competitor, the excellent Triumph Tiger 900 Rally Pro, sits around $17,595. We expect KTM to position this weapon aggressively, with a projected MSRP of $17,499. That price tag creates the most interesting dilemma in the segment. For that money, you are not buying gadgets and comfort, you are buying the highest power-to-weight ratio in the class. You are buying a chassis philosophy, derived from 40 years of dirt dominance. You are buying a suspension system that belongs on a race bike. You are, in essence, buying a factory-spec rally machine with a license plate. This bike is for the rider whose idea of adventure involves turning off the main road and not seeing another soul for 200 miles. It's for the person who sees a road closed sign as an invitation. But it forces a hard question. Is the market ready for this again? Have we all been softened by heated grips and ride modes named rain? The 990 Adventure R isn't here to pamper you. It's here to enable you. It's here to turn "I wonder if I can make it through that" into "watch me." It is, without a doubt, the most serious, most dirt-worthy, middleweight adventure bike to hit the scene in a generation. So I want to know what you think. Does the 990 Adventure R's ruthless, race-bred focus speak directly to your inner dirtbag? Or does it seem too extreme, too single-minded for the mixed touring you actually do? At this price, would you choose its raw capability over the polished, road-biased comfort of something like a BMW F850 GS Adventure? Let's have a real conversation in the comments below. If you appreciate these deep dives into the machines that define categories, hit that subscribe button for Chrono Wheels. Thanks for watching. And remember, the best adventures start where the pavement ends.